Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Jason with Wolf Overland, and today we are deleting the auxiliary battery on the diesel. So this will work if your Wrangler or Gladiator is a diesel model, because the battery sits further back towards the firewall and it has a really easy access cover under the main battery to get to the AUX battery, and that harness just wraps around. We'll go everything, you skip around in the bottom to jump to what section you need, but you will need a 10mm socket, a 13mm socket, 2 pairs of pliers, and a drill bit, 11/64, I believe, drill bit, because you do have to drill out one of the battery cable holes to make it a little bit bigger to fit over the mounting point on the main battery. But it's pretty straightforward, guys. You guys can get done in like half hour tops. Everything works as it should. Jump on below. Thanks for watching. All right, today we are installing this Odyssey Performance Battery. In my opinion, this is the best battery on the market right now because it's still made in the USA, and it's an H7. So this is the bigger battery that come on the tow packages and the diesels. All the Gladiators and JL Wranglers can fit the bigger H7 battery. There's just a little block that you have to take out. I do have this and a couple of added power lines. This is for my rear red arc house battery system. And they got the winch and all my other accessories. So we're gonna take this off and unhook this. We'll get this all out of the way and take this battery out. All right, once you get the 2 terminals off, what we're gonna do is just lift up on this. You do have, if you look close in here, you do have a bolt down there you have to take off. I believe it's a 10mm to release the clamp, and then the whole thing will come out. So this is 700 CCAs with a reserve capacity of 120 minutes. This one is 850 CCAs with a reserve of 155 minutes. Let's undo this bolt here and pull this battery out, and then find the AUX battery underneath. All right, we pull it out. Now I had to slide it towards the front of the vehicle to clear that lip to pull it out. We have we're gonna pull off these 2 10mm and kind of follow this harness here and see what we need to do with this. The top part comes out, then you have your auxiliary battery here, which kind of just sits in here. You have 2 terminals here. After doing the 2 10mm that hold the terminals on, I'm gonna grab a pair of pliers, just kind of lift this up on out. It does have a blanket around it. So now we have this little sub harness that goes to the auxiliary battery. It goes into the main harness here, and then it's gonna follow up here. So all we're gonna do is take this little sub harness, move it up out of the way, and we're gonna connect that later on. So go ahead and put your cover back on, just like so. And let's put the new battery in. All right, here we are with the new battery in. Reminder, positive goes towards the firewall. And you put it in on this side and shove it that way, so the lip is under the battery right there. You can see that right there. A little lip. And then right now we're gonna install our battery brace. This little 10mm one gonna go in right here. We got the battery tie down in place down there. So you got a lip on this side and a lip on that side. So when you get in over here, you gotta slide that way and push it in that way. We're gonna put our cover on. It doesn't look like much, but this battery cover does make a difference in installation, so you do want to reinstall that, even though it looks a lot cooler without it. So we are going to hook up the positive side first. What I did was unwrapped the electrical tape holding this on, because we're going to actually put this under here so it is protected circuit. So the auxiliary harness, the only one it's going to fit on is this last one. So I took the one that was off of there, and we're going to squeeze this one on first. Really quick, easy mod. These tabs, you have to bend them flat. So we're gonna grab a pair of pliers and do that really quick. Okay, what I did was the wire that was on the far terminal closest to the firewall, I took this wire off. I bent the little tab straight so it will clear with this on. So let's see here. This is the positive terminal that was on the original auxiliary battery. Basically moving it right here onto this one. We bent this one tab down on this side, and with this tab bent down, it should go right over that and lock in. We ran the wire under this, so that we pulled the harness up. We ran it behind here and then under these two wires here, and then came in on top right here. And there we are. So this is the original one that was on here, and then the one under here is from the auxiliary battery. So that completes all the positive battery hookups, so we can safely tuck away. And this is what we have left. So this is obviously the harness. And this was originally on the negative auxiliary battery. This was the main negative auxiliary battery. And it will fit on this one right here. So you can either bend the tabs or put it there, but since I have more room on here, I'm just gonna waller that hole out a little bit more with a drill bit and put her on here like that. All right, I did use, focus, a 21/64 drill bit to drill that out. And we're gonna install that on here because we got all the room. And that's what the end product should look like. So this goes around to the main battery harness, which goes back in the harness. The negative bolts straight to here, the positive will bolt straight to here. And I gotta hook back up my auxiliary house battery red arc system, and we should be good to go. I'll show you guys the startup, and I'll show you guys that the remote start works too. We are all wired up, and I believe I still have the keys in there. Lights come on, that's a good thing. All right. We are on. No white warning lights on. 12.9 volts, so yeah, we're good. As you can see, my auxiliary lights, all that's working, because I know that runs directly on that, and we should be good to go. Let's walk around to the back. The red arc system needs a minute to reboot. Oh yeah, it didn't even lose its percentage. So we're good with that. Red arc is still charging. Compressor works. Bridge still working. So we're good to go. So let's test the remote start. And then 1, 2. Remote start works. All good. Oh, reminder too, take the studs out of your battery, because if you ever do switch back, you're gonna need those studs. To do that, I just use a 4mm socket to screw them off. And I put everything in a Ziploc bag. So I got the red positive cable cover, I got the battery protector, and then the 2 bolts that, or actually, yeah, these are the 2 things that hold that on. So everything's in this bag, goes with the Jeep parts storage, and this thing's gonna be dead or long gone before I'm ever gonna want it or revert back. So we'll probably recycle that. Now it's easier. If you do kill the battery, you can just jump start it and not worry about an auxiliary battery slowing you down and all that stuff. Simple 1 battery system, man, the way it should have been designed. Well guys, that was a very easy install. So again, this is for a diesel Jeep Gladiator or Jeep JL. The diesel motor is a lot easier because the battery sits further back towards the firewall, and the access cover for the actual AUX battery sits right under it. So when you pull your main battery out, your auxiliary battery is right there, and the harness, you just pull it around. Positive goes to positive, negative goes to negative. Now, I do have a Tazor, and that does do the idle shutoff. But I'm curious to see if anyone's done this without a Tazor and if it works that way as well, because it's still technically drawing off the main battery. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I have many other videos like this on YouTube, as well as adventure videos. And we'll see you in the next one, guys.